A warning from another world to beware of the greys, extraterrestrials that is. First, not everything is for everyone, just as we don't put much that is completely unknown to many. What to sit and say to people of low intelligence and spiritually not very interested in things. And as they hear something that's outside their microcosm, and from them to taught them not being able to understand anything. Now, second, there are hordes of people lurking in the internet, informing of embarrassing truths and waging on independent outlets. And finally, these seem magical, crazy to those who have nothing to do with the race of ancients. Now, let's look at some more important information. President Eisenhower had 3 secret meetings with alien Nordics from Pentagon advisor claiming that the former president met with aliens at 3 different times at the new airbase in New Mexico. Eisenhower and FBI officials organized the meetings by sending quote-unquote telepathic messages, according to claims. It's a story that's been circulating in and out of the UFO research communities for years. Former U.S. President Dwight D. Eisenhower has 3 encounters with extraterrestrials. Aliens met with our leaders in 1954, retired Sergeant Robert O. Dean has said. Dean retired from the U.S. Army as a command sergeant major after a 28-year career and said the government was covering up alien visits to Earth. In addition to President David Eisenhower and other top commanders, the extraterrestrial encounter took place on February 20th, 21st, 1954, and was attended by a group of wise foreign members of civil society, quote-unquote, that is, those who were not politicians, agents, or members of the armed forces, all in their 80s. And he was General Light, a metaphysical scientist, Edwin Norris, a leading economist, James Francis McIntyre, Bishop of the Head of the Catholic Church in Los Angeles, and Franklin Winthrop Allen, a well-known journalist at the time. Scholar Michael Sala said, the 4 represented senior religious, spiritual, economic, and newspaper leaders. They would certainly have been a community delegation that could provide confidential advice on possible public reaction for the first contact even involving alien races. The encounter was both awesome and terrifying for most of those present who believed they had encountered supernatural beings and that the world had ended. In a highly emotional letter in a confidential document dated April 16, 1954, General Light underscored his fear, shock, and bewilderment at these words. I had the distinct feeling that the world had ended in a fantastic way because I have not seen so many people in a state of complete collapse and confusion as they realize that our world is nothing, end quote. Sala, citing Charles Suggs, whose father was a former Navy commander and who was present at the meeting, writes of the proceedings as follows. The president, along with others, met and spoke with 2 white alien Nordics, another name tall white aliens, or Scandinavian aliens, which I had a soft spot for, blue eyes and colorless lips. One stood a few feet away from Ike and would not let him approach. The second Norse alien was on the extended ramp of a UFO that was on a landing gear. These visitors said they came from another solar system. They raised detailed questions about the nuclear test. Quote, here it should be noted that this technology was stolen from Nazi Germany and was not discovered by the Americans as falsely propagated by the preachers of non-truths. The first test of the atomic bomb takes place in the desert of Alamogordo in New Mexico, July 16, 1945, which was stolen from Germany, and like so many other technologies, included one of the world's first helicopters and a V-2 rocket. The late Werner Heisenberg, one of the founders of quantum physics and Nobel laureate in physics in 1932, worked on this program in Germany to build the atomic bomb. Now how many know of him? While everyone knows the pseudoscientist Einstein, and Hitler himself was against its use for war purposes and because of the terrible effects not only on Earth, and we'll see below. Beware the Greys, of course. The North aliens looked like humans, only taller. They spoke fluently in English, but with emphasis, but their speech was conveyed more mentally than verbally. There was telepathic communication, Salas said. It's like listening to a person without speaking. Their technology defied what we know. During my visit to secret bases, I saw 5 distinct types of aircraft being studied by Air Force officials. When the aliens demonstrated their ability to become invisible, along with psychic telepathy, everyone present was horrified. The ability for them to disappear, physical-based ability unknown to us, not magical, and communicate with thought. Let's remember that Alexander the Great, when he went to the Taklamakan Desert in China, this was about 330 BC, he lost a third of his warriors, about 10,000 of them. He was supposed to meet with an extraterrestrial alien there who was to land with his UFO, with his craft, to give Alexander the Great a special weapon, a technology that we don't even know about, that was able to transmit him from the material world to another dimension of immaterial world and back again. And supposedly he got that. So this was ancient technology from Atlanteans that we don't even know about today. Now, not all meeting history was recorded. Therefore, we probably won't know all the details of the meeting between Eisenhower and extraterrestrial Norsemen. What we do know for sure is that they warned about the gray aliens, that they were to have no contact with them, as they were a terrifying race that would bring untold harm to both Earth and the human population. The aliens actually proposed an alliance with the Earthlings to fight the Greys and promised to help us in spiritual development. However, they insisted that an alliance with us would only be possible if the US had, and every other country on Earth, got rid of their nuclear weapons and other weapon programs. The Norse aliens also said to offer highly advanced technology to enhance, as opposed to destroy humanity, offering to share their superior technology and spiritual wisdom with the president if he would agree to eliminate America's nuclear weapons, he said. Salas said they were afraid that with nuclear technology we would destroy the planet, and they left hints that it does something in time and space as well, and affects alien races on other planets as well. But no deal was made. The president rejected the proposal because he did not like the idea of getting rid of nuclear weapons, or was a pawn of the Greys. The aliens informed the president to reconsider and left. Before leaving again, they said the warning, beware of the Greys. And this I've translated from a Greek article. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.